we expect that the commercials are going to be all the same when we watch an event like the Super Bowl. We expect that everybody across the world or across the US sees the exact same Super Bowl commercial. But 5 or 10 years from now, that might not be the case anymore. We might see personalized TV ads. We've been talking about psychological insights and marketing trends. And today I want to talk about some changes that are going to happen in the next 5 years or 10 years in terms of the way that ads are delivered on media. We're going to start seeing personalized ads show up on television, including streaming television and including on linear TV. And linear TV refers to the notion that a program is set to be on at a certain time, and that's it. And so typically in this sort of scenario, we're used to the same commercials being shown to every single person. I mean, sometimes there's local ads on your local television that are based on your demographics. But what we're going to see in the next 5-10 years as the technology advances and as streaming improves and as all of these different companies are getting on board to send personal ads through television, we're going to see that these ads can be catered to people in a more specific way based on the data and information that they have on those people. And this is known as addressable ads. And there's a number of terminologies for this, like contextual targeting or personalized targeting or addressable advertising. And this trend is already something that's going on the internet, where it's very easy to give personalized ads. You know, our social media platforms have developed the ability to give ads to specific targets. So what we're going to see is that this ability to send personalized ads is going to expand out into streaming TV and even into regular TV. So NBC, for example, is creating a streaming service that would allow it to do that. Hulu lowered the price of its ad-supported subscription so that more people use it, and then they'll have more people on their platform where they can send personalized ads. Viacom just acquired a digital ad TV streaming company. And so companies are very interested in showing these personalized TV ads and making these investments. And one of the big cases is that AT&T actually, when they bought Time Warner, one of the main motivations for them to purchase Time Warner was that they would be able to build this addressable, personalized ad product from its DirectTV and DirectTV Now customers. So a lot of companies are making movements to do this. Another one is Sky in the UK. It's a British telecommunications company, and they have this program called AdSmart, which also gives targeted addressable ads to different people. So how is this happening and how does this work? One of the ways it works is through cable and satellite companies or digital TV companies like Hulu. They can use data from their boxes and take advantage of that data to present ads based on that data. And they can target ads about products that you might potentially like or need. So, for example, typically age and gender are big considerations for TV ads, but now they're going to be able to incorporate things like if you own a cat, then they can show you advertisements for cat food. And if you don't own a cat, then they don't have to show you advertisements for a cat food. So it's both about showing ads to the people that are relevant as well as not showing ads to people that the ads would not be relevant to. Basically, the idea is that the commercials now on these TV platforms will be more personal and more relevant to the user. And if you think about cases where different viewers can be shown ads with different prices, then you could potentially have a unique ad for every single individual. So what are the effects of this in terms of advertising and marketing? One effect is that, right now we tend to see commercials from the same set of really large brands. And so by making it more personal, we're potentially opening up the opportunity where smaller companies have the ability to show ads on TV. Another advantage of this is that TV viewership is sort of struggling right now with all this competition from streaming as well as competition from online video playing and social media. And so if they can make their ads more relevant, then they can potentially engage viewers more and reduce the likelihood that those viewers will turn to another source of entertainment or maybe even reduce the chance that they could look at their phones while the commercials are being played. So another consequence of these personalized ads is that they can potentially cost less, and they may potentially be more effective because they're reaching the right audience. Of course, that also means that if that ad is effective with that niche audience, with that personalized audience, there might not be an ability to scale it up to a larger audience. It might be specific to that audience. That's one consideration. There's also the risk that you always have with these personalized ads is that people don't like when they feel like the technology is sort of reading their mind. Sort of makes them uncomfortable if, they have this perception that they think about something and then they see an ad for something. And for example, they actually did an experiment on the Channel 4 app where viewers were shown advertisements with their own names on them. And many people found that to be a little bit creepy. I think I'd find it a little bit creepy if these advertisements started talking to me by my first name. So in this video, I just wanted to talk about the future that we're looking at, where right now everybody is seeing the same commercial when they watch the same television show in general. That might not be the case anymore as these new technologies come on and as these new addressable ads appear. And in some sense, this is a really interesting mix between the world of traditional media and the world of non-traditional media like social media. And as television ads become more personal, they're going to have a better ability to integrate with social media because social media ads are already structured to be more personal based on the knowledge that they have about the user. So in theory, you can kind of link the two together. For example, Twitter can catalog the shows and times when a commercial airs, and at the same time, they can listen on Twitter to find people who are tweeting about the same shows. And then they can infer that that person likely saw that commercial, and then they can show a promoted advertisement on Twitter to people that they think watched that TV commercial. And in that case, now you've got this interplay between the traditional media and the social media. And this is something that we're going to see even more and more in the future. Because social media is such a powerful form of entertainment, for one, and it's taking away from some of the streaming and traditional TV viewership. And two, it's an actual form of engagement. And so it can actually increase the amount of engagement that people can have with the television show when they can share it and communicate it with others and read the reactions of others. And this is already something that's going on with sports because a lot of times sports viewership and Twitter use goes hand in hand with each other so that when people are watching sports, they tend to be on Twitter tweeting about it at the same time. And I'm going to talk in the next video of a specific example of how we've already seen this sort of merging between social media and traditional advertisement happen within the Super Bowl 2020 Super Bowl commercials. And so society has really been exposed to this mentality at a large scale, I would argue, for the first time in the 2020 Super Bowl commercials. So check out the link to that video. So let us know what you think about this idea of addressable TV ads and the notion that you might see an ad on television that other people who are watching the same show aren't seeing. Hit the subscribe and the bell if you want to follow our posts here on YouTube. We're posting regularly about our psychological ideas and how they relate to marketing. And hit the like if you like and the share if you'll share. Thanks for checking this out.